makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
JafriQ Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on JafriQ Radio. You're listening to
Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
JafriQ Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on JafriQ Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on JafriQ Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on JafriQ Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on JafriQ Radio.
Hello, viewers. We are here with you. Thank you for tuning your radio to JafriQ Radio, Home Sweet Home program. As we always tell you, we give you nothing but the best. Okay? The best. So relax and call your friend. Share with your friend so that they will also benefit from what we are about to do. Yes, we want every home, every marriage couple enjoyed the second heaven on earth. I think if Daddy Ofori, Apostle John Ofori always said that marriage is second heaven on earth. So we want every marriage couple enjoy the second heaven on earth, indicating that your marriage will be sweet and nice. Okay, so let me acknowledge the sponsors that make this program possible to you. We have Bayside Modeling Agency, and Turmeric Hotel. It's at East Legon in Accra, Ghana. If you want to enjoy home away from home, then visit Turmeric Hotel at East Legon in Accra. Okay, so I have, before then I need to introduce my able panelists to you. Yes, one will join us later, but as it stands now, I have my able Mama Naomi Zotto. As I always say, she's full of knowledge and wisdom, and the wisdom of God too, because she is a deaconess and also National Women's Ministry leader at the Church of Pentecost National. Okay, so Mommy, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Miss Moderator.
Thank you, Mommy. Okay, and I have my DJ, Mr. DJ. If you are looking for a better DJ, you can find him here at JafriQ Radio. He is Mr. DJ Clemsy. So, Mr. Clemsy, we are looking up to you today. And we have our producer, Pastor Kobe. Oh, Pastor. Mr. Kobe, we have added one name to your name. So now Pastor Kobe and the executive producer, as usual, Mr. P.O.P. You can call him Nana Yao Enin. Okay? Nana Yao Enin. And I am your host. My name is Abena Poma Pokufoku. A lady with a long name. Okay? You can call me Dignes Poma, don't worry. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being there for us all the time. What we want you to do is to share this program with your friends.
This is JafriQ Radio.
Also be part of this big family. Okay, today's topic, or the topic for discussion today, is pride in marriage. Pride. We are going to talk about pride. So at the end of it all, I mean, you will see and you will hear, and you must practice what you're going to hear so that your marriage will be at peace. Okay? So coming to my mommy, what is pride? Pride in marriage. Your understanding about pride.
Well, what I can say about that is, according to my understanding of pride,
Yeah.
when we don't live up to our responsibilities and duties, men and women, or wives and husbands, we all have our duties and responsibilities
To perform.
So, to me, my understanding is that when you are not living up to your duties and responsibility as a husband or a wife, then you are proud.
Wow.
For example, when you take the husband, your number one responsibility is being the head. The head means being up to like providing protection,
care for the family. Yeah. So if you are head, I think you have a very great responsibility because all the body
depends on you.
Hey,
your wife is under you. Your wife is your responsibility. If you are blessed with children, your children are your responsibility.
Okay.
You are the authority in the house.
That's right.
So if you are not living up to that expectation or responsibility, it means you are proud.
Oh, okay. So, mommy, let's take this. For example, if let's say I am a man and I don't have enough, my financial state is not good to take care of my family. Can we describe that as a pride?
Well, in that case, as I said, you are the head.
Yeah.
You are supposed to provide
For the family.
for the family.
Yes.
And men, that instinct is like, let me say, it is created in them. It is created in them. So if a man is not able to live up to that expectation, the man is under stress. Okay? But the fact that maybe due to some reasons, you are not able to live up to that expectation, it doesn't make you proud, but maybe, as I said, because of some reasons. So in this case, does your question mean that maybe the wife is in a position to provide that support or something?
Yes.
In that case, it's not as if you are proud.
Okay.
No. But most of the time, when it happens in this way that you try to envy your wife because your responsibility as providing for the
she has taken
she
over.
has taken over. It becomes pride when you try to like jealous your wife or fight with your wife because now your wife has taken that position, maybe due to some reasons or some circumstances that has brought that.
Okay.
In that case, you the husband and the wife, you are a team.
That's right. I like that point.
So when pride comes in, then it has taken that team
thing away
from
and it
the
become
marriage.
like competition.
Then it becomes a competition.
Wow.
When that happens, then that one I can say you are proud. When you feel you are competing with each other.
Wow.
Marriage is not like that. We are a team. The home. We are supposed to be a team, not competitors.
Come on.
Yes, so in this case, I would say you become proud if you don't
Live up to your responsibility.
Yes.
Wow.
And play a team. So as I was saying, you are the head, the body of authority in the house, the protector. So if maybe all these things are absent, maybe deliberately you don't perform those responsibility, I term it as you are proud.
Wow.
And when it comes to the woman, you are supposed, our number one responsibility is to be a helpmeet to your husband.
Right.
And when I always say that being a helpmeet is just like the Holy Spirit. Yes. So women, we are compared to the Holy Spirit. Now, from the Genesis, God said, let me create a helpmeet to the man.
Okay.
And when Jesus came and he was going, he assured his disciples that I am going, but I will send a helper to you. So in that case, so you as a helper, having that in your mind, what are some of the things I am supposed to do be of help to my husband? If you, the woman, you are not able to deliberately, you don't meet those kind of responsibility as a helpmeet, then I term it as you are proud. Deliberately.
Wow. So, mommy, can we say that disrespect, you don't respect maybe your husband or your wife, is it pride?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course. Because we all need respect. The husband needs respect. The wife also needs respect. As I said, the marriage is like a teamwork. What you want me to do, you also have to do the same. Yes, we have different needs. Maybe your number one need is respect. Maybe my number one need is honor.
Okay.
But in all, we all need respect.
This is JafriQ
When
Radio.
respect is not there, there is nothing like submission. There is nothing like love. Because where there is love, respect also comes in. So if you don't respect your husband, you don't respect your wife, we can term that as pride.
Wow. Then that's the reason why we tell you all the time, just listen to JafriQ Radio, okay? Home Sweet Home program. And you will never regret you did. Because we have a lot to offer you. Okay? Yes. Mommy, so what causes this pride in marriage? Because, I mean, sometimes when we are courting or when we are dating, you don't see those kind of, tension and crushed in those, kind of. But as soon as we got married, it changed to different thing altogether. What are the causes of these pride?
Wow. So, for example, let me say this. For me, I think love, I always say this, love is everything.
Exactly. Okay.
Love is everything. The more you give love, the more you receive. Okay? So, what are some of the causes of this pride?
That's right.
We said it from the beginning. When there is something like, is it envy or jealousy?
Set in.
I am supposed, as we said, the man is like representing authority in the family. The man is the head. And the head comes with its responsibility.
Good.
Most of the time, if it happens that the man is not able to perform his responsibility as expected, instead of maybe coming to the understanding that maybe a situation has brought that, then the person try to, like, in the mind, as if I am competing, or as if
she has taken my glory.
Yes, or you has taken my position. So when jealousy sets in, it also brings about pride.
Right.
When we are not able to live up to expectations.
Now, mommy, let's see it this way. If I am a woman, I'm supposed to help. And when I come in, there was nothing to help about, but I am carrying all the load. Don't you think that thing could also set pride? Because I am under you, I supposed to take your rules, your rules, the set rules. I supposed to go by that. And I came in, I didn't find anything like that. And I have to create. So at the end of the day, I have become, let's say, the boss of the house. Do you think that this too can bring pride?
When we get married, we have become one. We are not two separate bodies.
That's right.
So if the chance has come that maybe at that particular moment you've been able to create something.
That's right.
That is part of your help that you have brought into the marriage.
Okay.
We are supposed to be helpers.
That's right.
Where things are impossible, we are supposed to make the impossibilities possible.
Okay.
So if I'm able to create something, that should not make me to disrespect my husband.
Or to undermine his authority
Yes,
as a head.
exactly. Because if a man feels that his position as the head, his position as the authority in the house is being taken over, it is a natural instinct in the man that
That's right.
he is going to fight.
Or he's a loser sometimes.
So, and men don't want to feel that they are failures.
That's right.
So if you, the woman, you are put in that position to be the head, and you use your position to undermine him, then you are going to
have problems.
And a man always wants to rule. So if maybe you are above and you want peace to prevail in your marriage, no matter how high you rise up, you have to bring that level under the submission of your husband.
That's right.
In that case, you are going to have peace. But if you feel, yes, I am the head, so I'm going to take over, men are not created like that.
Right.
As I said, men represent a dimension of God. Women also represent a dimension of God. We are put in that position to show who God really is.
Okay.
So if like there is going to be something like a change, it brings a lot of problems. It is difficult for women to submit.
Exactly.
That is why God gave us that instruction. Women, submit.
That's the point.
And when we are able to submit, the love comes naturally. When the love comes also, submission also comes naturally. So all this coming together, we should understand that we are one.
Great.
We are a team and not a separate entity.
We are a team, not a separate entity. So if you are entering into marriage, know that you're going to join your husband and work as a team, not a separate entity.
Yes, not
Yeah.
against each other.
Not against each other. Wow. Viewers, as I told you, we have one panelist will join us, and by God's grace, he has arrived. So I would like to take this opportunity to introduce him to you. And he is the pastor, the husband, yes, and a father. So I want to introduce our daddy, Pastor Edu Jemfi from Master Seed Ministries. Daddy has joined us here, and you are blessed that today you have tuned your station to JafriQ Radio, because you go with a lot. Daddy, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. So we are discussing pride in marriage. Yes. And I think a lot has been said. We want to find out what is pride, and also the causes of pride in our marriages. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Daddy.
Yeah, before that, I want to salute all our listeners and viewers all over the world.
Okay.
Well, today we are discussing another important
That's right.
topic, that is pride.
Yes.
In fact, JafriQ Radio Home Sweet Home, I'm not trying to, make you so big or feel so
So,
happy,
yeah.
but you are doing a great job
Thank you, Daddy.
and you'll be rewarded no matter what,
Thank you, Daddy.
because you are making people's home to become sweet.
That's right.
And the Bible says, whatever you want or expect someone to do for you, do it for some people. And once you are trying to build a happy home for other people to follow, by all means, your home will also become so sweet.
Amen. Yeah. Thank you, Daddy.
Oh, good. Thank you. Today we are discussing the topic pride.
Pride.
This morning I was reading a verse from the Bible.
Okay.
I'm not always trying to sound so biblical, but note that I'm a pastor.
You are a pastor, so it's accepted.
Yeah. So please forgive me. But the fact that I quote a lot of scriptures from the Bible doesn't mean that our counseling is only for Christians. It is for everybody.
Exactly.
It is for Muslims. It is for Hindus. It is for fetish people and wherever you are. Because I remember yesterday I read a lot. I was reading about somebody, Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay.
Gandhi was a Hindu from India. So he read the Sermon on the Mount in London 1888.
Oh, okay.
A Christian friend, they were living in the same hotel. And according to Gandhi, the friend gave him Bible to read. He said, promise me that you read the Bible. So in fact, he read the Bible. He was a Hindu. So he read the Bible, the Sermon on the Mount. Blessed are peacemakers.
Okay.
And then the blessed are this and blessed are this. He said he was so impressed that it led him, or it motivated him to become the first prime minister to, take away or won independence for the people of India without violence.
Oh, wow.
That is Mahatma Gandhi.
Whoa.
I was reading that story. The first prime minister in the world. He's very famous. Why? Because even though he was not a Christian, but according to what he read, he took it personally and put it into practice and led him to win independence for the people of India
Wow.
without violence. So whenever I quote a scripture from the Bible, I want you to be like Gandhi. Please take it very seriously, put it into practice, and it will definitely work for you as it will work for any Christian or anybody else, a Muslim or whoever it is.
Okay.
And the text I read this morning was Proverbs chapter 13, verses number 10.
Okay.
You can write it down. Everyone, whoever, wherever you are watching me, you can just write it down, put it down. Proverbs chapter 13, verses number 10. It is only by pride cometh contention, but with the world advice is wisdom. Only by pride come contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. So when I was going through all these things this morning, rolling into my mind, what came to you? Say, when Chambers dictionary
Okay.
defines the word contend, struggle against, or to compete with one another. To be contentious means likely to cause argument or quarrel every blessed day. And now you say, and the one for her, and the one for me, quarrel everything. Every day and every blessed day. So pride leads to arguments. When a couple engage in a contest or a contest, they compete or struggle against each another, and it makes the marriage very bitter. Every blessed day there's a quarrel. The wife is not happy at home. Likewise the man. And it is the pride that causes all these things to happen.
Wow.
And our text today is saying only by pride comes all this struggle, all these quarrels, all these unpeaceful things in the home. Only by pride. So if you take away pride, every quarrel will just come down. Struggle will come down. Fight will come down. And peace will come in your various homes.
Okay. So, Will, this is a question. Do women always need to agree with their husbands, whether good or bad? Yeah, just to maintain peace at home. Because we said the Bible says we should submit. Or even if not a Bible, what we are taught from our parents that when you go to or when you enter into marriage, you have to submit to your husband. Whatever he says, it's final.
So-
Should we agree to everything that our husband says in order to maintain peace at home?
Should we agree?
Yeah.
Submission doesn't mean, let me say, not able to bring out your opinions or something. You know, as I said, the marriage is a team, okay?
Okay.
It is a team. And yes, the man is the head and the object of authority.
Okay.
But most of the time, since we are a team, we are working under love.
Okay.
So love will not esteem itself above the other. Love sacrifices sometimes our interest for the betterment of the other.
Okay.
So in this case, in the marriage, the husband is saying that love does not carry itself above the other. The woman is also having this definition that love doesn't exalt itself above the other.
Okay.
Takes the other person's interest
Okay.
to heart, even sometimes above your own interest. So if we have this mindset, I will not impose my decision on you. It should be a mutual understanding between the two of us.
Respecting each other's opinion.
Yes. So if there is love really reigning in the marriage, it will not happen that I am the woman. I am supposed to submit. So everything that my husband says, I have to agree. This is what I say. This is what you should do. That is not the kind of Christ-like marriage or home we are talking about.
But it will be like master-servant relationship. And I think it's not going to even help the man.
Not at all.
Because if there is an adage said, audio chakwain say nechiachia. So if always you want to think that you are always right, I mean,
it will not work.
It will not help.
So it is mutual understanding. We are a team. We don't have two masters. Like we are supposed to work together. Not like one is authority. Like it's not a slave master relationship.
Okay.
It's not a slave master relationship.
Good.
We are companions. We are couples. We are supposed to be there for each other. So in this case, we have to come into mutual agreement.
Okay.
That's what the little I would like to say for now. Maybe
Okay.
Pastor have something to say.
Yeah, before I come back to Pastor, what are some of the signs that will make one
This is JafriQ
know
Radio.
that a pride is setting in our marriage?
Signs.
Yeah, sign. For example, maybe I find fault over everything that my partner or my spouse do. Whatever he does, I find fault on it. Can we classify that as pride?
Yes. If you are not ready to apologize, if you are not ready to accept your mistakes, if you are not ready to work as a team,
Please listen very well.
all these things are signs that you are acting in pride. We are supposed to work together.
Okay.
We are supposed to be understanding.
Okay.
But if all these things, you see that pride take away that kind of teamwork. Pride make us not able to accept our mistakes.
Okay.
Pride always tell itself that I am not
You are better off than any other
Yes.
person.
Yes. So if you see this, you yourself, within yourself, if you are the one that finds it difficult to apologize, to accept apology, to forgive, all these things are signs that there is something like pride in your life.
Your life. Then you must deal with it before it deals with you.
Exactly.
Daddy,
Well,
is there anything that Daddy want to say about the things that happens in marriage that will make one sees that pride
it's
is setting
working.
in?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You see, I want to give you two examples. When you have a man who thinks I'm always right, that is a sign of a pride.
Okay.
He doesn't take any advice from the wife. He thinks he knows everything.
All knowing.
That is one of the biggest signs you can see that this man has a pride. And when you have a woman who doesn't want to lose an argument,
Whoa. Hey.
just two, doesn't want to lose any argument. Everything. Sometimes you see, the man becomes so worried that you just open the door and goes out.
Yeah.
You stay out for about 1 or 3 hours and think, oh, maybe it is cool now. And when he comes, hey,
Another fire.
So that's two, because today we have a lot to talk about. So when you have a man who thinks he's more wiser than the wife, he doesn't take anything from the wife. That is one of the biggest sign of pride. And a woman who always thinks, oh, I'm always right. He doesn't want to lose any argument.
Doesn't want to compromise.
No compromise, nothing.
Rev, is it only women who
That's why I said, I'm giving you only two. The man who thinks, I have balanced it. I said, I'm giving you only two, not three. Maybe if I give you three, you see, it will be two against one. So today I gave you two. If you have a man who thinks he's wiser than everyone, his wiser than the wife, he doesn't take advice. That is one of the biggest signs of pride. And you have a woman who thinks, okay, I will never lose her.
Wow.
So I'm giving you two, not three. Because otherwise it will be two against.
In fact, what Daddy is saying is in fact practical thing that Daddy is saying is true. It's happening in our homes. Sometimes I don't know. That's maybe the reason why women are always be advised to submit. We don't want to lose at any point. We don't. When it comes to the things that I think I am right. I just try to defend it until I see that my husbands agree that what I'm saying is right. So all these things are also the signs of pride.
And the man will also tell you that I am the head.
I am the head. And I am always right. And what you are doing is not.
And the children are learning. That is one of the dangerous things you need to do.
They are watching us.
They are watching.
Exactly. So if there are anything that we have to do, I mean, we need to reach a compromise state that I will maybe for, as we have already said, for peace sake, sometimes we have to agree on certain things.
And as Pastor said, yes, pride prevents us from being teachable. We are not ready to learn.
Listen, he's not ready to listen.
Yes.
He's not ready to learn. Even though what the wife is teaching or telling him is true, he will never take it because of pride.
Pride. I am a man in the house. And I supposed to rule. Yes.
And there are some women who also takes the man's advice or teachings as an oppression.
Oh, okay.
You see, sometimes you just sit down with your wife and tell her, oh, mommy, what a woman I would tell her, it does too much. Let's save some money for the sake of the children. Because you can buy something. The woman will become very offended. And then, sometimes it is like that.
Do you know, in this case, you know that women, we like beautiful things.
Okay.
I say, let me say 90% or even more percentage
This is
of
JafriQ
women
Radio.
like shopping, buying
Then I am
things.
not part of that.
That I didn't say 100%. I didn't say 100%. Yes, there are some people no.
I know.
So know that for us, okay? And you, as the head and an object of authority, you can be able to do that if you could plan. Some women, some husbands, okay, from the time they got married to their wives, when they were sending the bride price, those kind of things, maybe some of them, they've not given their wives any present or like maybe, or maybe once in every 3 months, my dear, let's go shopping.
Okay.
Because most women like that. So you factor that also into your plans.
Okay.
And that one could also go a long way to keep that kind of our edge to always wanting to buy something. But if you ignore that one, yes, the woman feel okay, I need to take care of myself when it comes to maybe dressing up and those kind of things. So if anytime I go out and I see something beautiful, I will buy. But
okay,
if you factor
mommy,
it into
hold
our
on.
plans,
Viewers, you are listening to JafriQ Radio Home Sweet Home program. And today's topic is pride in marriage. So, if you are out there and you want to contribute, please feel free. Send a text message. If you have issues that you want us to address, that you want us to talk about, that you want us to share ideas together, please don't hesitate to send us a text message. Or you can call us as the program is going on. Or even if you don't want to call during the session, you can call after the program. We've been receiving calls and we are helping our fellow listeners and viewers that, as you know, our goal, we want every home to become a second heaven. So don't hesitate to call us if you have trouble. Okay, mommy, please.
Let me add something.
Okay, daddy.
And we are no ABA now, so to say, now on Tebrofo, Ubetimi Akanichi, Ufra, Ubetimi Akanichi.
Okay.
A kind of hope. No,
Yeah.
actually, Ubi Oha. Naija what to say me na brofi na anything. To whoever be can we asifo nyina be hu say what tia brofo no ati.
Okay.
Enti no wo betimi afre twi na
Yes,
waka.
any language.
Wodi baby a wodi be ban kran na
Yeah.
yon kran for
You can speak Hausa, you can speak Ewe, because
that is all what I
Mama
wanted
is
to
here
add,
to translate. Yes, any language is
That is all
welcome.
what I
Japanese
wanted to
too
add. But
is
there are so
welcome.
many people who also
Yes.
want to contribute, but because of the language barrier.
Language barrier, I
they
understand.
feel
even
shy.
Japanese, as you said,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah. So they
yes,
feel shy
yes.
to come out with, but they have a lot of program. But because of you, that we are here.
That's
so
right.
please
That's
contribute. Okay.
All right. Okay, someone is asking a question. What does it mean if Bible says men are the head?
What the Bible says,
Men are the head.
men are the
So
head.
the meaning of that word being the head.
Yeah. I know this is a very simple question and simple answer
Okay.
that we should be giving to anyone. But for the sake of your question, you see, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth and created everything inside the garden.
Okay.
And he needed a manager to manage the garden.
Okay.
And if you read the Bible tells you that because there was no one to take care of the garden, God did not allow rain to fall. So later, God created Adam. That was why Adam or man became the head of the family or the woman, as you are telling me. Everything. So then Adam requested Eve, you see, and said, oh, every animal we have male and female, but I am single or lonely. And then God, through Adam's rib, created a woman. So God created women very special, like as Deaconess Naomi was telling us. They need to be very beautiful. They need to be all what they are very special. Whatever you give to a woman, he will give it back to you. If you insult her, they will give you double. If you give her love, really she's going to multiply it for you. So that is one thing we need to be very careful about it. But what I was saying is that sometimes men are head in order to control things. I know someone who does not have money to buy train pass for work, but you would rather choose to credit and Toma and many other things. So if but if the man sees and calls you, lady, what you are going is wrong, then this woman will take that authority to be a suppression. So this is what we are talking of. So we are the head. Being the head doesn't mean you are higher than anyone. We are a team. We are a team. The eye cannot tell the nose, so I'm more important than you. That is what we need to understand very well. So if you are the captain, doesn't mean you can win the match. We need the goalkeeper, we need the back keepers, we need the forward lines and the number 7. We are a team. The fact that you are ahead doesn't mean you can suppress me or you don't take my advice.
So, Daddy, what are the responsibilities associated with the headship, being a head? Or Mama, you can come in.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said, when God created the earth, he wanted a manager to manage the garden.
Exactly.
And you remember part of our discussion some time ago, we said like the home is like a garden.
Yes.
And since rain started falling on the garden for it to flourish, so also weeds are also coming up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you, the man's responsibility as the head is to take care. That was exactly what
and take
God
out the weeds.
Take out
Separate
the weeds.
them from the seed.
Yes,
or the proper,
so that the flowers or the plants could flourish very well.
Okay.
And as you are doing that, since you are alone, it
This
is
is
very
JafriQ
difficult
Radio.
for you to do that. That is why you need a helper. That helper that God has created for you didn't come to take over your responsibility. The helper came to help you to make the garden very beautiful. So you are the manager, managing affairs of everything. So this, he also mentioned something that maybe I am the man, I am the head. I don't have money to even use to buy train tickets to go to work. But you, the woman, you have gotten all the money to do all the shopping in the world that you want to do. Whilst I don't have the money to even get a train pass to go to work, then I will blame it on you, the manager. Because the woman is your responsibility.
Okay.
You need to manage her.
Okay.
So how did it happen that your resources, your finances, you are not able to manage it together to the extent that you are lacking and your wife is having something to use around whilst you need it most to do something? So in that case, I will feel that you are not able to manage your responsibility as the head in the family. So if it happens like that, there are a lot of breakages. For example, you ask yourself, where was Adam when Eve was having a conversation with the snake? Where was he? You are the manager. The woman has been brought under your care to manage, to take care of. What were you doing and the woman was there? When you were with God, when God gave you that responsibility as the head, as the manager, and instructed you not to do something, how were you able to communicate that message?
But as for that point, Adam communicated very well. Because once the serpent asked, the lady was able to explain to him, to the serpent, that God says we should eat all this except this one, indicating that the man communicated very well to her to understand. But maybe it's the kind of women, our mouth.
As time goes on,
chubby thing.
As time goes on, maybe let's take time and analyze the two things.
Okay.
The instruction God gave to Adam and the answer Eve gave to the snake.
Okay, Mommy, hold it there. Let me read a message that, in fact, is so touching. From Mina. Mina is in Japan. He said, may this show go round the world by Almighty God's grace. Amen. Amen. Pride in marriage. I think, Mina, God bless you. Thank you for watching us too. Okay, so Mommy, please
so
go
as
ahead.
I was saying, let's find time and look at the two communication that went on. The feedback Eve gave to the snake, and the command God gave to Adam. Let's leave that one aside.
Yes.
Then you see what pride also caused. Pride brings about blaming each other.
As for that one,
We don't accept mistakes. So it means that when because we don't want to take charge, so that if a problem come, it will be on my head. So pride will make us to try to
shift it to
yes.
someone else. Okay.
Look at what happened. You had a command, don't do this.
Okay.
And when you came, your wife gave you the fruits. You are the manager. How were you able to discipline your life? If I say discipline, is it too harsh?
Too harsh.
To reprove.
Or correct her.
Okay, to correct about what he's doing. But you succumb. It means that you have brought your authority under that of the woman. And you accepted.
But mommy, you don't know the women. If we want something, the way we will, say it. That's why
God knows that. That's why he has put.
Samson even tell his secret to Delilah. It is something that men have not much control when it comes to women wanting something or wanted their husbands to do something for them.
Husbands, listen, women, we are
magics.
powerful.
Yeah,
Okay.
some magics in us that men cannot resist.
Yes.
So all these things, I think, may have contributed to this.
Husbands, you
Yeah.
are listening. So be careful and be wise. When God came, you see what happened? The woman you gave me. You see the blame game?
Yeah.
Pride has
Pride.
taken humility out of the equation. You see, so that is one problem of pride. It takes away humility.
And also blaming.
Blaming.
Oh my, that's one. It's true. It's happening.
So pride made us to fall from the standard God has placed us. The headship of the man. He was not able to stand firm on the command that God gave, but he was able to succumb and disobeyed God. So men are the head. It is a garden. You need to take care of it.
Okay.
So as the question came, when you said the head, what does it mean?
Does Daddy want to add anything to it?
So that is what Deaconess
Naomi
Naomi
has
has already said. You see,
Okay.
we men, we are the managers. But don't forget that there are so many women who hate to lose an argument. Petty. That is why sometimes they take men's authority to be suppression, like as I was telling you. I am the manager, and I'm managing the home. Being the manager doesn't mean I can do everything. And being a manager, your responsibility is to, if somebody gives you something, you take very good care of it, and then you give it back better than
As you
how
received.
he gave it. Yeah, that's the mind of every manager.
Okay.
You see, I'm the manager at home, and God has brought you to me. And I want it, like coming here very beautiful. That's what every man wants. Yeah, you see, you are looking so beautiful. So with your wife, and yeah. That's what.
Yeah,
if maybe
so-
your husband is looking to, yes, my wife is very good.
Yes. As
But
for
maybe
mommy, no.
too much,
Hey, you
too
cannot
much
touch.
of too much of everything is very bad. Eating too much is very bad. Maybe that one is true. Too much of everything is very bad.
Yes.
So maybe you are over shopping, and I'm the manager. So I will call you and say,
But
okay.
Daddy, let me come in here
Okay,
for
come
a
in.
wife to maybe take your let's
Authority
say
as suppression.
correction,
As a suppression.
As a suppression, maybe it's the way we talked about it. For example, maybe there is no money or money in the house. The little that we have, I have gone and used the money for shopping. But maybe when I came to the house, my husband was so angry, and you don't listen. How are you going? You have spent all the family money. I think if like this correction happens like that, will make me feel that my husband is suppressing me. Because maybe you could have find a very nice way to discuss about that issue. Maybe you just lay down the problems that are at home and let me know that buying will, make things very hard. So please, just limit it. Or if you can try and stop for now. I think if you said it in a very nice way, no woman would take it as a suppression. Maybe it's true, you are right. There is no money. Why do you, the little that is left, you have to use it for unnecessary, excuse my language, things. Yeah. So maybe the way we approach the issue and how we talked about will make the partner or your wife feel, or your husband feels that you are suppressing him or her. Yes. So I think dealing with the issues like this, we must also, choose the kind of words that we will use, not to create impression that I am being suppressed by my spouse or my husband because of the little shopping that I did.
Do you know most of the time when we wives we come under the man, as for example after the marriage, I don't know what happens where patients escaped to.
Exactly.
Because during the courtship or when you were looking for the lady, you were so patient, you were so kind. If a man is going to the girlfriend, he would dress up, bath with all this thing there, so looking so sweet and with. But immediately after the marriage, you ask yourself, where did all these things vanish to? One thing I would like to say is, you are the manager.
That's right.
Object of authority. You are the head. If you don't do it in love, you are going to have problem. Always, we should have it in mind that God is our model. We are all his bride.
That's right.
So think about the kind of sacrificial love this man laid down for us. Even he who was without sin. Look at all those things he went through because of us. Husbands, that is how you were supposed to us. Sacrificial love. He said, as Christ is the head of the man, so the man is also the head of the wife. Not women, no. Your wife is your so don't go and don't go and usher your authority on any other woman. Your wife, it is your wife that God has given you that authority to be head over.
So it's not this one, it doesn't include the side chicks,
of course. So if the managerial role or the headship role is not performed in love, that is where the problem comes in. So when we are able to model our responsibilities in love, it will go a long way to help us.
Wow. Okay. So for example, if one's spouse ignores the needs, like my husband ignored the needs, my needs, can I say that he's proud? What he has to provide, as initially you said something about that. But if he ignores, ignores means that deliberately. Yeah. Is it pride?
Of course you are proud and you don't
For
want
example, maybe he has had it too much. I demand too much. All the time, I need this, I need that, I need to do this, I need to do this. But considering the family and financial state, the man may think that it will not going to help. So some of the things he ignores as if he doesn't care. Can we classify it as a pride?
That may be because of the wife is nagging too much, the wife is complaining too much, so he decides to ignore those things.
Yeah. For example, every month you have to change your wardrobe. Every 3 months you have to change your wardrobe. But you know that the family financial state is not well. That can do that all the time, frequently, as it's supposed to be.
I get it.
Yes.
So
if the man or the woman ignores that responsibility, can we classify that one as a pride?
yes, you are not modeling the kind of love God is talking about.
Wow.
Because just ask yourself, even I think all the religion, if really God also taught that way, I have tried, man is not changing. Do you think there would have been the need for he coming to die for us?
Not really.
So you cannot say that you ignore. My husband is my responsibility.
Okay.
My wife is my responsibility. Our number one responsibility is that to fill in for each other, to complement each other. You have weaknesses. I also have weaknesses. I am there to help you to correct your weaknesses or to be your strength in your weaknesses. And you are supposed to also be there in my weaknesses to strengthen that weaknesses to become a strength. So if I said I will ignore you, I am not performing my responsibility to make you who you are supposed to be. We are supposed to help each other to reach our potentials.
Great.
So if I say because you are doing it too much, so I will ignore you, no.
It means that pride has set in.
Set in.
Wow, you see, you might not know that what is going on around your house is pride. So you know that you are blessed that today you joined.
I wanted,
Sweet
so
Home.
I read a story.
Mommy, just hold the story. We are going on commercial break. And when we come back, Mommy will tell us the story.
Okay.
And we'll take it from there. Okay, so please, viewers, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Make the people sing along.
Okay.
Hello, welcome back, viewers. Today this room is very hot.
Yeah,
I tell you,
Still on pride.
very very hot. Yeah, we are having a hot argument here. But we thank God that through this program a lot of revelations are coming, and it is good to join us. It is good to join us, and if you have joined, try and share with your friends so that they will benefit from what we are doing right now. The topic that we are discussing is pride in marriage. So some men think that women are very proud. That's why God says, women, be submissive to your own husband. And most women also think that men are too much egoistic. So
True.
I mean, they also want to prove their point that we are women. If we are women, it doesn't mean that we are doormats, that men need to step on us. So if you listen to Home Sweet Home, we will let you know, or we'll explain to you what pride is. There are certain things that you've been doing, you don't think that this is pride. But your husband is complaining, your wife is complaining, but you don't feel anything. You think it is normal. But hey, if you listen to us, you will know, you will realize that pride are setting in your marriage, and you need to deal with it earlier before it causes trouble in your marriage. Okay, so before we went on break, Mommy wanted to share a story with us. So we'll go straight to Mama Naomi for us to let us know what she wanted to say.
Yeah.
Okay, Mom.
So as I was saying, you were saying whether maybe the person is putting up a behavior
Okay.
and the other party decide to ignore.
Yeah.
It happened in a marriage. This couple, very nice Christian, wonderful Christian home, lovely children, everything was moving. But it got to a time, things started changing. The woman was always aggressive, always insulting, not ready to take care of the house, not ready to perform her responsibilities.
Wow.
And it was too much. The man has tried and tried to make things right, but it is getting worse and worse. So finally, what the man decided to do is to ignore her, take his children, and leave her. But giving it a second thought, he decided to confide in a good friend of his.
Okay.
Don't you think maybe the problem this woman is going through might be psychological or something, or they need to go and see the counselor for counseling? Okay. The woman decided not to go. But through persuasion and patience, she succumbed to that. Okay. And she went for medical checkup. It was then they realized that this woman was undergoing depression. That thing that come after birth or something like that. That was why she was behaving like that. So just imagine, as the man decided to do, he was too tired, so he decided to just walk out. What would have happened? The woman was going through a psychological
trauma.
You see? So that is why we are there for each other. We are supposed to express that kind of sacrificial love. And you know, sacrificial love tells us to even do things. There are certain things, it doesn't favor us, but because of the benefit of the other person, we need to do
but
it.
Mommy, coming to what you are saying, I understand. But a woman who is begin to, all of a sudden change comes. Do you think that she will agree easily that she has a psychological problem that they need to see the doctor?
That is when your patience is under test. Love is patient. Change that you want doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. You need to be patient. So when it gets to this time, you need the grace to endure and pass that test of patience.
Wow.
So if the man was not able to have this kind of patience, I think he would have walked out.
Okay.
For better, for worse.
worse.
Most of the time, we
That
get
is it.
married and we forget those things, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, until what? Death
Do us
do
part.
us part.
Hey.
They didn't mention anything. So if this understanding is clear to us, nothing should separate,
Under
or
no
no
circumstance.
circumstances should the marriage stop. And there is no problem that love cannot overcome.
Great.
That is why Christ should be our number one model in marriage. It is grace to be able to stay in marriage and enjoy a wonderful marriage.
Great.
It is grace.
Great. Daddy, do you have anything to say? Because somebody has also sent a message to us. He is asking, what do you do when your partner shows signs of pride in marriage?
Okay.
I say,
Yeah, that was what I told you the other day on my closing
yeah,
remarks.
conclusion, yes.
Romans chapter 12, verses number 21. Can you read it for me? I want somebody to read.
12.
Romans 12, 21.
Okay.
So if you see or you find your husband or your wife in such a way,
Okay.
the only and then the best solution for you is what Deaconess Naomi is going to read
Okay.
for us. I don't want to judge. I want to hear it from the Bible.
You want the Bible
Romans
to
chapter
answer
12,
the
verses
question.
number 21. Please read
Romans
it aloud.
12:21. It says, "Do not be conquered by evil, but conquer evil with good."
Do not tell the listener that do
Okay.
not, if you see or you find your wife or husband in such a situation, don't try to conquer evil with evil, but conquer evil by doing very good.
Very good.
You see, all the time you will build complaint. You complain and complain and complain and complain. Just keep on listening. I have a story here which will answer every question for you.
Okay.
It is a story, nice story.
Oh,
just
wow.
keep watching and keep listening.
Don't go away.
Don't go.
Okay.
Just stay tuned.
Yeah,
You
Daddy,
see, I have
please,
a story.
If you bring the story because we have
Oh, sorry.
our time is running.
Oh, okay.
And maybe very soon. So
okay.
if that as Daddy is preparing for the is that ready?
Yeah, okay. Just talk, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So one thing I would like to add to what the question asked, Daddy says we shouldn't repay evil for evil, but repay it for good. I think it is good to do that, and that's where patience also comes in,
Yeah.
and communication. There are certain times we misunderstand things the way it is, so it makes us feel that no, I don't need to succumb to this. I need to also show that I have my pride. I have my this thing in me. But if we communicate well, and exercise patience in our marriages, some of the fights, some of the things that we exhibit, you could see that it is not necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, refusing to address some issues properly will also create tension that someone outside may see it as pride reigning in our marriages. So, number one, patience, as Mommy has said, is very, very important tool in our marriage life as far as this topic that we are discussing is concerned. So let us do our best to, accommodate things that we think it is troubling us. Because we have already entered. And as Mommy has quoted us, said it is for better, for worse. So when the worst comes, the one who brought the woman to you or the husband to you, just go to him and said, Papa, this thing has come. What should I do?
That is it. And it works.
It works.
If most of the time we take most of the problem onto our shoulders and we worry, and the worry doesn't solve any problem. But if we are able to channel all to him, it works for us. And as Daddy said, we shouldn't repay evil with evil, but evil with good. It has happened to me personally in so many ways. Number one, at my workplace, there was this lady, some years ago, the lady is so arrogant, she's so disrespectful, and almost everybody doesn't like her. Okay. And it got to a time I needed to work with this lady. So I said, oh my God.
What should I do?
What should I do? And she started with her thing. So within my spirit, I just heard this thing that Daddy made us to read. Reply with love.
That's right.
So as she was doing the thing, I just ignore. Sometimes I would just look. If she does the thing to piss me up, I'll just look at her and give her a smile.
That's right.
Or sometimes if she does the thing, I just correct it.
Okay.
And we became the best of friends.
My.
So like, just imagine if I were to pay her with the evil she was doing. It would have. And it has even accorded me that respect.
That's right.
We are friends and she respects me so much. You understand? So, yes, maybe you are in a marriage and there is no respect. Don't also be disrespectful towards the person. Just do the opposite.
The person with
respect. The person doesn't respect you.
Yeah.
Respect the person. The person doesn't love you. Show lots of love. The more you show it, the more you reap it. Everything you sow, you will reap.
Great. Wow. Mr. Emmanuel Kumi has sent us a text. Said 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7. Says, likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life, so that your prayers may not be hindered.
Men are in trouble.
Men are in trouble right now.
Oh, husbands. Not men, husbands. Yeah.
The husbands are in trouble right now. So consider women as weaker vessel and treat them with respect. Other people, my wife nags so much. Everything she's nagging and everything. Hey, please repay her with good. Respect her opinions.
Yeah.
Correct her in a humble, in a lovely manner.
Yeah.
And I mean, even, excuse my language, even a mad person, if you show kindness to someone whose mind is not working well, I mean, showing that person love, you can win the heart of that person.
Exactly. And you know, as you said from the beginning, you see, men, you are in charge. The garden was given to you to take care of, to nature. So everything you see in your woman, you are the handiwork of that.
That's right.
So if you see a wife that is behaving in a way that you don't like, ask yourself, what did I do wrong?
Mm.
You should blame it upon yourself, because I am your responsibility. So if you are seeing something in me that you don't like, you caused it to happen.
But mommy, there are some people who are naturally, they were born so arrogant.
Then if I was taken out from my husband, then it means there is arrogance in my husband that I picked up. A woman was taken out of a man and was so reverent.
So God has
man.
given you the arrogant man, so you have to work hard.
So you, the man, you should work on that arrogance. You said everything that a man called the things that God created, so it was. And it was the man who gave the name to the woman. So husbands, be careful the names you call your wife.
Great.
You are disrespectful. You have given her a disrespectful name.
That's
so
right.
expect her to be disrespectful towards you. You always misuse fun. Everything that Adam called the creation, so it was. Husbands, be careful the names you give to your wife. Everything
And
you
let's
say,
go to the extent that I regretted that I married you.
and she will give you regret. Because words are powerful.
Very powerful.
And men, if you read the Genesis, everything that Adam called God's creation, so it was until today. So if you say, I am a disrespectful wife, expect that was the name you have given me. You are the head. Every name you call me, expect it. Oh, my wife is so beautiful. You see beauty. My wife is hardworking. You see hardworking. My wife manages my house very well. You will see that kind of manager you want. My wife is lazy. You see a lazy wife. So men, we are husbands, wives, we are in your hands. Whatsoever Adam called God's creation, it is so until today. He said, this is a woman. She was taken out of man. She shall be called what? Eve.
Eve.
And that is how we've known it until today. So you are the manager. Everything you want, you will see it. You have to create it. You have to nurture it. You have to take care of it. And you have it as you want it. So you have a greater responsibility, husbands.
Husbands, you have a greater responsibility. Hey, some men will say, hey, you don't know my wife.
Then it is
And
you.
It means that.
I was taken out of you.
Yeah.
I was taken out of you. So if you see something in me you don't like, you have that iota of something, of that something in you. Work on it and I'll be okay.
Work on it.
Yeah.
Yes, the point is we should work on ourselves. Working on it will, bring the peace that we need in our marriage to prevail.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if I decided to be of a bossy, I cannot submit, this is it's never done anywhere, and that kind of things, you will not achieve any result.
Yeah.
But the result that you will get is broken home. And that one will not help. So, this program is very, very interesting. And this topic too is very, very interesting. It's all around us. We easily fall into it before you realize. There are certain things that we are talking about. I myself didn't think that it was, or it is a pride issue. But you might not know the little thing that you're doing. Maybe your spouse is not happy about it. But the fact that he's not talking about it doesn't mean that it is right. So now you have heard it, that there are certain things. Complaining too much too becomes pride. If you don't perform your responsibilities as you're supposed to do,
But rather compete. It's not a competition.
And competition is something that is causing great harm in our marriages.
Yeah. We are competing
Yes.
each other instead of
Especially
becoming a
men whose their wives are financially stronger than them. Yes. It's many homes you see men complaining, and she doesn't respect, she doesn't submit, she doesn't do this, she's not doing this. And the woman will say, when I come up from work, she's complaining, just help me this, help me do this. I mean, if we understand
I think
each
Pastor
other
is ready
today-
with the story.
Yeah, it's the story ready.
Yeah.
Okay,
the story,
please, can we?
The story is ready. So
Okay.
to think that you are not proud is also pride by itself.
Exactly.
yeah.
You see, Bob Marley, I think one of his albums, when you point your finger on someone, the rest are also pointing
Pointing to you. Yeah.
So if you think you are not proud, it's pride itself. Keep it in mind. It is better to think deeply about people's assessments
Okay.
of you and examine yourself. Sometimes, you see, baby, we see free piano. Sometimes, in fact, if you can be honest to yourselves, what you say, and someone go for but because of pride, why we are to say, I will never change.
Accept that.
You will never accept it. Let me tell you the story about. I read a story about an armed robber. He was an armed robber. So he went to somebody's home to rob him. So before the robbery, he asked him, "How much money do you have? Tell me wherever the money is." And then the man lied that, "I do not have the money." So let him read it for. So the thief, discovering the hidden money, took a good look at his victim and said, "I am disappointed at you.
Wow.
This world would be better place without people like you. You call yourself a Christian and you cannot tell a simple truth."
So the robber is
Yeah. Before he robbed me, asked him, "How much money do you have? Where are they?" He said, "I don't have money." So after discovering everything, he said, "The world will be better off than you. Because you are a Christian, you cannot tell the simple truth."
How much you have in the house?
So should I tell you the truth for you?
Yeah, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me my money is here. This is my account. So maybe you may be laughing.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
sure you're laughing. But this is what can be in marriage. You see, we can be too busy complaining about what my spouse is doing, my wife is doing, and this, and forget to say sorry for hurting someone you really love. That is the magic word. Say, "I am sorry, Daddy. In fact, I understand you. Please, it will never happen to me." It could be either the woman or the man. "I'm sorry, it will never happen." This can save your marriage. But because of pride, some people will prefer to die than to say, "I am sorry."
Yes.
That is what the armed robber was telling. You are a Christian. And you cannot tell the simple truth. Just say, "I'm sorry,"
He refused.
to heal your marriage. The magic word.
And so the others uses a very strong word to say sorry to this man over my dead body.
Yes, that is pride itself.
So you see that. How will I even put it?
So refusal,
you know?
in our inability to apologize is also causing
Yeah, that is the magic word. Sorry and I love you.
Yeah.
These two things are very magic in every family.
You see, in the marriage, he said God created us in his image, in his likeness. See your husband as a representation of God.
God.
Everything, for example, if you see God before you, things you can do to him, you need to do it to your husband or to your wife. Sometimes it is true that moment your wife doesn't deserve your love. It is true that at that particular moment your husband doesn't deserve your love. But for the sake that you are not doing it for him as a person, you are doing it as a service to God, you need to do it. Sometimes you know within yourself, it is not my fault. it is not my fault. Why should I apologize? But because he's yes, he's your husband as a person, but because you are not doing it to him, but you are doing it as a service to God, you need to apologize. Then after everything settled down, you talk about it. So as we said, sacrificial love says that sometimes you even do things that is, how will I say it? At your disadvantage.
Okay.
Your disadvantage in the sense that I am not supposed to apologize.
So, Mommy, how about if the sorry becomes too much? For example, anything that happens, you accepted, I am sorry. Whether you are at fault or not, is it proper?
That's why I say for two bosses cannot bring peace at the same time. Okay, so maybe the fire is burning. If I say I will not say sorry, he says I will not say sorry, the fire keeps burning. But for you to quench the fire, if it is only saying I'm sorry, that will quench the fire, say it. After the fire is quenched, talk about it. Because if really we want to use God as our model,
That's right.
really the death that he died, you and I know that it is not for him. It is for
Mommy,
us.
for example, one thing I always ask, maybe the person is not a Christian. So that kind of love your neighbor as yourself.
He doesn't.
The 1 Corinthians or chapter 13 about love. Love is kind, is patient, is gentle, is what? That person doesn't know. What he knows is that I am in my husband's house and my husband needs to provide for my needs. These people, how can we help them?
Let me come in. You see, there is compromise in everywhere. In marriage, in business, in everything, compromise. Sometimes you buy things and then you sell it for some other people and lose it for the sake of another.
Okay.
Therefore, maybe next people to come in or just to make an advert for people to, know your house or your job or something. So compromise is with marriage, in business, in everywhere, wherever it is. So when you say compromise, it means it takes two to marry. I cannot marry myself. Deaconess cannot marry us. It takes two. And remember also that your responsibility is to play and make conditions so easy for your partner to play his part. So it is not always saying, okay, you are not guilty, you have not offended your husband, and every blessed day I am sorry. This is not what we mean. There are so many ways to make a compromise.
Okay.
You can put your hands around his neck and say, darling, what is all this for? Cool down and let's sit down and talk. Look at the eyes.
Daddy, how about abusive husband?
Yeah.
Before you reach your hands to hug him, he would have just
No.
knocked you.
Tell him, look at the eye and tell him, I love you.
Consistency.
Look at the eye and tell
Okay.
Look at the eye and tell him, I love you. I love you 3 times. He will calm down.
You see that
is
this
the magic way and the secret thing I'm giving you.
So please, viewers, are you hearing Daddy? Say I love you.
Tell him,
Even
he's very angry. Tell him, look at the eye and
your
tell him, I
husband
love you.
is so angry.
Tell him,
at
I love you, darling. I love you. Calm down. I love you.
coming
Just
to
3
devour
times.
you.
Yeah. You know that this love you are talking, it's not only in the love
Yeah,
is
that is the
powerful.
secret.
It's not only in the
Yeah.
Bible.
That is the secret I'm giving
Whether
you.
you are a Christian, you are not a Christian, you know what is love. So love can overcome anything at all. As he said, you just, even how you say it.
Yeah. You see,
You are so burning. You are
in a way that the other the partner will just come in. That's why I said you cannot.
Is it not going to be like you are?
So that is pride.
Just-
You see, because of pride, you will never try to do
No,
it.
Daddy, for example,
This is JafriQ
as
Radio.
the hit point of your husband,
Yes.
then you begin to smile and say, I love you.
Yes, yeah.
Don't you think that you say, what did you take me for?
No. That is what you are thinking, but maybe that's what he's thinking.
Oh, okay.
So you cannot think what I'm thinking now. Just look at that. He's very angry. I know you are very angry, but darling, I love you.
Yes, you know,
Then
emotion.
At that point,
I
I'm
know.
sorry, Will.
I know you are very angry. In fact, I've offended you, but please, I love you. Know that.
If you love me, would you do this to
You
me?
see, even if he's
If
holding
you
a
love me,
knife,
would
he will
you
just
do
put
this
it
to
down.
me? So maybe, the words, I am sorry, I love you.
And then he said, come on, I love you.
Yeah.
Come on. I said, come on. Ooh. Come on. I said, come
Do you know
on.
sometimes this is powerful, eh?
You see, I'm giving you the secret.
This is very powerful. Like the person is so mad.
Very angry.
You know, emotions have power over.
Exactly.
Over.
Yes.
So the person is so burning.
Then he will just look at you and say,
Burning.
We say,
My
"Calm down.
darling,
I love
I'm
you."
sorry, I love you. Just go and hold him
I
or her
love you.
so
I love
tight.
you. You begin to cry, and that will be the
Love is powerful. It's a powerful tool.
Exercise the tool in your hands, so.
Don't just say it. Oh. Don't just say it.
Women,
Yeah.
Don't just say it.
Oh.
Say it with
Yeah,
emotion.
Emotions.
Inside out.
yeah.
Not
Say, "I
lip
love
service. Not lip service.
Hey, come on.
Inside out.
Darling, calm down. I
But
love you.
how about if this thing is becoming too much? That's what I am thinking. Like, you always deliberately make so many mistakes, and always, I am sorry. Don't you think that your husband or your wife will be fed up with your sorries?
Mommy, you remember some time ago we talked about this word.
Yeah.
You are always like this. Let's avoid that thing.
But
You are always
if
like
that
this.
becomes the reality on the ground,
That the person behaves that way.
that way.
Check yourself.
Okay. You hear? Say check yourself.
You see, there are some people who think they doesn't need a change. They do not. That doesn't want to improve in anything.
Anything, exactly.
That is why I said, please examine yourself.
That is also pride.
Every blessing, yeah, that is pride. You see, examine yourself.
I.
You see, why is my husband always complaining about this room? The room is not tidy, and every day he will complain the same thing. Why can't I change? Because of pride, you say I will never do it. Yeah, you see. But if you will examine yourself very well, you understand your husband.
Yeah. And also women, especially, this one is a very big problem. I mean, reporting our husbands to our friends. It happens a lot. My husband is this. My husband is that.
And that is pride
You want to
itself.
tell all your contemporaries that your husband is evil. I mean,
You have
sow a seed, and definitely you will reap it. So let's try, as Mama Naomi always say, let our words be very kind. Even if what he has done is so bad that, yes, he has hurt your feelings so much, you don't need to, give him names. Call him names will not help. So, viewers, we are talking about pride in marriage. It's happening. We are going through, we are dancing within. So we need to, look at all these things and work out.
This is JafriQ Radio.
this reporting women, as you said,
Yeah.
especially, we report so much. You remember in the Bible, is it Paul was talking, isn't 1 Corinthians 11 about covering of the head?
Okay.
1 Corinthians, let me say 11:6 thereabouts. Let me see if it is 1 Corinthians 11:6. Let me see. He said,
Well, you
So-
can go ahead
yeah,
with
yeah.
the
So
submission and later we check.
this covering of head when we get to the genesis of marriage, that the man is the head, we women, if we don't cover our head, we dishonor our head.
Yes, that's what Paul said.
So this covering of head that Paul was talking about, my understanding is, me as a wife, I am supposed to be a cover to my husband. You said we are our husband's crown.
And even the Bible says the wife who did not cover her hair disrespect the husband.
So this they are talking about, if I'm supposed to fill in my husband's weaknesses, that is a kind of a cover. So if instead of me covering, filling in to correct those weaknesses, and I go out there and say so many things about my husband, I am dishonoring him.
Exactly.
The crown that I'm supposed to be on his head, I have become a shame. And remember, you think you are destroying him, you are destroying yourself.
Yes.
Because your respect has been broken. You think it is the husband, you are supposed to be his crown. But since you have refused to cover him up, you have disrespected him, you have become a shame, and it will affect you. So this covering that we are talking about, wives, don't go out there and destroy your husband. Exactly. You are supposed to make him who he is supposed to be, to reach his potential.
That's right.
So if you are that kind of woman that always send your husband out, my husband is like this, my husband is like that.
Is wicked.
What
He
are you
is
doing
this.
to be his crown? That is our responsibility. We are supposed to be their helpers. What is the Holy Spirit come to do? To strengthen us in our weaknesses. When we are falling, he is there to lift us up. When we are in darkness, he is there to reveal things to us. That is what wives we represent in the marriage.
And likewise, the husband too. You shouldn't also disgrace your wife. But it doesn't normally happen.
It's usually
When it comes to men, they don't talk too much.
It is
I don't
talk.
know. I am not a man.
there
but
are some women
what if,
who talk.
yeah, women talk a lot.
Some men also
Some
talk.
men, really. Oh, okay.
Pastor.
Yeah, so I mean, it
that is
becomes
true.
very hard. I don't know, but nowadays, men, maybe for a man to, disgrace his wife outside, especially to his friends. But women, we easily open our mouth and say certain things that we are not supposed to say them. So I think we need to arrange ourselves. We need to, do things that will bring glory into our marriage by submitting to one another. Refusal to say sorry brings a lot of issues. If you know you are at fault, humble yourself and accept that, do the correction. And you will enjoy your marriage. If you want peace to reign, stop abusing your wife, stop abusing your husband with your mouth, with your words. Some words, when there was a time a lady said her husband said something to her, and anytime she remembers, whatever is in her hands fell down. Wow. Because it went deep.
Well, in this
In
case,
her that, she said sometimes I cried when I remember when those words ringed in my ears. We don't know the kind of words that the husband used. But in fact, we have some people that the devil has given them in Chia, when they speak to you, it comes like a poison. So if you are like that, please don't destroy your marriage with your mouth. We need to work in ourselves.
Maybe to add up to that too, as we said, love doesn't keep records of wrong.
Yeah.
We should just let it go.
Let go.
Let it go.
All right. So we have just 15 minutes to go, and our phone lines. Our phone line is open. So if you want to call and contribute, you can call +81 if you are outside Japan, +81 704231 9334, +81 704231 9331. If you are in Japan, you call 0704231 9331, 0704231 9331. And Mama Naomi, someone is asking, Daddy said, when are you going to talk about sex in marriage and long distance relationship? I think maybe that person's husband or wife is not around. So I think sex in marriage, we've been treating this topic
if he needs it,
for about So the director, executive producer, we will think about it and then see what we can do about the sex in marriage and long distance relationship.
Very good topic.
Yeah.
Very good
sex in
topic.
marriage, we have dealt with some shallow part of it. So maybe
But
we
long
can-
distance relationship, especially abrochire for those who are living outside
we discuss about
Someone
Long
is saying we just talk about the shallow part of sex in marriage, so we should
Okay,
go
so
deep.
we
it.
So others want deep, right?
deep.
Okay, so just prepare. We will
Continue
give you
watching,
deep.
continue.
Yes.
with
Just
it,
continue watching Home Sweet Home program, and we will give you the best that you want. So, Mom, we have just 10 minutes to go. So I want you to, conclude summarize what you, let's, this time the narration has changed. Let's Daddy summarize. And then when Daddy finish, I come to Mama Naomi.
Okay,
Pride in marriage.
pride in marriage. One thing I want my viewers to remember is that great marriage is not a problem-free marriage.
Great.
Keep it in mind. Great marriage is not a problem-free marriage. It is simple a marriage where through humility, contention are destroyed before they become a cancer.
Wow.
Wow.
Humility. Yɛka sɛ awale a akyim anaasɛ aware a nkurɔfoɔ kɔdɔ ɛnyɛ awale a ntɔkwa anim. Na mmom ɛyɛ awale a ɛnam ahobraseɛ nti ntɔkwa ne wɔhaw ne saa nneɛma wei sei nyinaa no ɛnyɛ dɛ ɛma.
Okay.
But because of the time, let him tell you a story about a certain man and one. Please, just 5 minutes. A story about a man. And what they had a quarrel that led them into malice fighting. Everybody felt that they were right and expected other person to apologize. That is pride. Or to show sign of reconciliation. A whole day has passed and no one was talking to anyone. The man came back from work and his wife was not at home. He had a board meeting at 4 p.m. and decided to put a sticker on the fridge so that his wife would wake him up. The message on the paper was straight to the point. No darling, no honey, no sweetheart. They were not talking to one another. He simply wrote, "Woman, wake me up at 3 p.m. Just imagine. She came back home and saw the note. This time the husband was fast asleep, and the woman knew that the man was a deep sleeper. She felt that he was trying to win the war. That is pride, trying to make her speak to him first, and he was determined not to lose face. So what happened? She waited until 3:30 p.m. and he also took a paper and wrote, "Man, it is 3:30 p.m. Wake up." So before the man woke up, the meeting was over, and this man was dismissed from his job.
Oh, but it will affect the home, right?
This is JafriQ Radio.
The lady too will
He
be
didn't
affected.
think about that.
Because of
The pride.
the pride. The woman was trying not to lose face. The man was not compromising, like as I told you. And what? It led to divorce in an unhappy home. So viewers and listeners,
Pride is something that is
pride
killing
is,
most homes.
is marriage killer. Do away pride and replace it with humility. Don't pay evil with evil, but always pay
Evil
evil
with
by
good.
doing very good. That is my conclusion.
Daddy, God bless you. Don't pay evil with evil, please. Two wrongs does not make right.
Doesn't make right. That's
Mama,
all what I can say.
your final words.
What I would like to
Javriq.
say is, the more you give in love, the more you live in love.
Great.
We have to try as much as possible to practice sacrificial love in our marriages. If me as a wife, I have that mindset to practice sacrificial love, my husband also that have that mindset to practice sacrificial love, we all have the same mind
That's right.
towards a goal, and we will enjoy a happy life. Let us not forget to pray for our spouses.
Exactly.
Wives, pray for your husbands. Husbands, pray for your wife. How you want to see your wife, especially husbands, speak it. If you speak the evil about her, that is what you should get, because everything that Adam named God's creation, that was how it is. Words are powerful.
Very powerful.
When we got married, the first year, my husband gave me a book.
Daddy is on it watching.
And
So
the title of the book is The Power of a Praying Wife.
Wow.
That was the title of the book he gave me. And I've been reading it, I've been using it. But for 10 years, this is the 11th year.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. This man wrote something in the book. Yes, I have been seeing it. I haven't taken notice, right? About 2 weeks ago, I was reading the book, so I just opened the first page, and I saw, "To my lovely wife, Naomi." That word alone, the kind of not joy, the kind of effect it had on me. So just imagine if you were to write something evil. You see the magnitude it will have on me.
That's right.
Words are powerful. We should try as much as possible to select our words. As it came to light today, that husbands, what you say about your wife, you should expect it.
That's right.
He said, "To my lovely wife." So this thing has just it has entered me just like that. So it is telling me that I have to always be that lovely wife he married 10 years ago.
Yes.
So I'm working every possible means to make him see what he has said about me 11 years ago. So also, if maybe you are in a marriage, you are always seeing your wife as you are nagging, you are like this, you are like that, always the negative. it will come back to you
That's right.
like a bonfire or whatever whatsoever. So we should try as much as possible to live in love.
Great.
Pride is a poison.
It's a poison.
It's a killer.
Mm.
We should try as much as possible to avoid it. We should accept our mistakes.
That's right.
We shouldn't blame.
Shouldn't
We
blame.
should be teachable. We should live as a team and
That's
not
right.
competitors.
Mm.
So these small things, if you are able to address it, our home is going to be sweet, as we have always been saying.
Whoa.
God richly bless you for listening.
Wow. Wow. We are not
simple words
into
like I'm
any
sorry.
competition.
Simple words like I am sorry.
I'm
Thank you
sorry.
for the advice.
Thank you.
Oh, this,
I am sorry.
thank you for the advice.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
Yes, that's
this
the powerful
humble
tool.
statement don't cost anything.
Yeah. So if you see that the argument is becoming hotter and hotter, just cool it down.
See,
by
I love
saying,
you, baby.
I love you. Daddy has had baby.
Seriously?
So whatever you call your wife or your husband, I love you, darling. It works so powerfully.
Yeah, it works.
Yes.
It
So
works.
don't
It
forget
works.
to apply these antidotes into your marriage.
Yeah.
And
Thank
I
you
think
for the advice.
you
I'm
will
sorry.
have
I love
a
you.
happy home. If somebody says Naomi has Naomi has made it so lovely. I think yes. As for this mama, the kind way, somebody told me that the lady, the lady said the fair lady. Yes, the fair lady. Even the way she talks, it just melts your heart. So, mommy, you are melting some people's hearts. Okay.
We are
you cannot find it anywhere except
home
the
sweet
Home
home.
Sweet
Yeah.
Home program. So please don't forget to invite your friends when it's time, 4 p.m. Japan time, in JafriQ Radio, Home Sweet Home program.
Don't forget,
And-
next week, Hour of Divine Inspiration is also coming.
Yes, next week, the Hour of Divine
Inspiration.
Inspiration is also coming. And also, this is the special announcement from the Embassy of Ghana. It says the Ghana ambassador to Japan, His Excellency Mr. Frank Ochre, will be addressing the Ghanaian community on JafriQ Radio on 6th of March.
Wow.
Very soon, Ghana will be celebrating our 64 years
Wow.
of independence. 64 years
Wow.
of independence. So, Ghanaians, let's say hooray to that.
Hooray.
Yes, the Lord has been so good to us that, well, I mean, we need to appreciate that 64 years of independence. So, JafriQ Radio will air this program at 10 a.m. on Saturday, 10 a.m. And then we'll repeat it at 8:30 p.m. So the same program will be repeated at 8:30 p.m. So, if you are a Ghanaian or you are a friend
of Ghana.
of Ghana, you can, you just join us to hear His Excellency on 6th of March 2021. Okay, 6th of March. All right. We are. Oh, hey, the program that you have missed so much, and I myself has missed so much. African Today is coming on live right after this program. It will come around 6:30 prompt Japan time. So don't miss out. In fact, you know, African Today is the best program I have ever watched. And I know you also have the same feeling. So please, the next 30 minutes, just come back and listen to your favorite program. And also, we sent a questionnaire out, a survey, and most of you have done a very good job. In fact, if we cannot, we cannot ignore this. We just want to say thank you for, your response. We have received all of them, and we will get back to you and address the issues that you wrote in. And we just want to say thank you so much for everything that you have done, your time to, go through the questionnaire and the answers and the programs that you proposed for us to,
This
run.
is JafriQ Radio.
And we are thinking about it. The producers are working on it, and you will see it live happening in JafriQ Radio. So please don't worry at all. Your needs, we will take care of that. Yes, and then after the Pentecost, after the Africans Today, the Pentecost Hour will be aired live on 19:30, which is 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Japan time. So I would like to thank my panelists in the person of Reverend Edu Jemfi. Daddy, God bless you for coming to Home Sweet Home program. And in fact, your contributions is so powerful. We thank you for that. And my able mama, Mama Naomi Asari Zotto. Mama, God bless you so much for your melting voice. Some people say when you talk, you begin to melt their heart.
Wow.
So, Mommy, your melting voice.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you so much for.
Thank you.
The kind of wisdom that you exhibited here. God bless you so much. Now I want to thank my executive producer, Nanayao Pope. You can call him Popcorn Pop. Okay? And then the producer, Pastor Kobe. Pastor Kobe. And I have my DJ Inspector Moses, the only inspector in Japan. Hey, we are blessed. I tell you, the only Inspector Moses. Oh, DJ Clumsy. Thank you
Ladies
so
and
much.
gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Your
And Home
DJ
Sweet Home are really grateful to the team. We thank you so much for your great contribution and your good job. Until we meet again next week. Next week, another splendid topic is coming up. So, please don't forget to join us. Until we meet again, what shall we say? Sayonara!
Continue to have a sweet home, like a second heaven.
Yes.
This is JafriQ Radio. This is JafriQ Radio.
I
is JafriQ Radio.
The door, I'm a make any so I dare send a trambia papa ever hard. Eating are your friendly bema, and I say in them dinny bar, power pumping baby, I'm a one, and then I dream in them. Me person me choose, yeah, when I'm back, me no